Hello and welcome to the Wade Wilson training program where you could transform from this to this. Following my diet and exercise will guarantee you a six-pack or more. If not, well, that's too bad. And it's not just the men who's benefiting from this program. This lady went from this to this. Notice anything different? That's right! Isn't my program wonderful? Call now to get your first membership for a low price of 12 million British pounds. Because giving all those pounds away, you'll feel a lot lighter already. Call now before it's too late. Hashtag this ad isn't real. Hello and welcome back to the KenOhwee Channel. Continuing the Bodycoon series, today I'll be talking about two other Bodycoons, and this time they come with boxes. The Kantaro Yabuki female S.H body figure and the Rihito Takarai male S.H body figure. And I did have to Google out what they are because I certainly cannot read the Japanese words written on their boxes, and also I was simply distracted by their amazing artwork, and I was just mesmerized by how detailed their artworks are. Sure, this too, but whatever. Let's take a closer look at these figures. Inside the box, they gave you a little pamphlet which shows you what this figure can do and what you can achieve by using these figures as precedents. And oh my, I might just try this one out. On the male figure, you received this. I'm not sure what this is called, but it is used for scale, so there you go, I think. As for how the figure looks, it's pretty much the same figure design as the previous ones, only this time they have a more toned body. Muscles are more defined, especially in the back, chest and stomach area. The diet must be working, and they have feet now. Finally, they took off their shoes, and his butt cheeks are so much tighter and flatter now. And for the lady, well, let's address the big elephant in the room. Her arm cuts have been improved. Remember those ugly cuts the previous figure had? It's better on this one. And of course, the major difference between the two is so obvious. She has feet instead of shoes as well. Oh yes, and a boob job. Which is why she has a smile on her face now, and the previous one didn't have it. Female figure has a really loose left arm, which is very disappointing. Her legs don't have the cuts the previous figure had, so it looks much better. Overall, great looking figures if you want a more toned figure for the male and a female figure with better proportion. For the male figure, it's pretty much the exact same articulation as the previous one, so I won't get too much into that. And for the female figure, the armpit movement is more hidden now due to the improved look. However, thanks to her bigger chest, it resulted in exposing her joints as you arch her backwards, which the previous figure does not have. And this does break the illusion that they are trying to present. Her legs can move outwards the same amount, but wow, that gap is much bigger. I'm worried this video is gonna get demonetized now. As for accessories, they both come with 4 pairs of interchangeable hands on top of his face punching hand, where you could slap each other, high five each other, jazz hands, hold something, and one hand where you could make him hold his hands together, and a pair of hands where he looks like he's wishing to Bandai for a pair of eyes or a nose, and a pair of hands of which I would like to call it the waiter's clasp. You know, the typical hand folds most waiters use when serving you. Would you like the lobster today, sir? They are the most expensive on the menu, but people will be looking at you in envy as you bite into it. Excellent choice, sir. But the good thing is we can interchange their hands with the previous figure set, so that's a bonus if you have older figures. And here are the Bodycoons standing next to other figures for scale comparison. So, in summary, I'd actually prefer these two figures if I were to have a precedent model for my drawings compared to the other two. Though when it comes to accessories, even the DX edition of these figures, I prefer the previous one. But since they are indeed interchangeable, then I guess you could have the best of both worlds. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, they are both amazing figures to have as a figure model and as henchman or henchwoman. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode, and if you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more reviews in the future. If you'd like to support this channel further, consider checking out my Patreon page. Thank you all very much as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. Click here for video 1. Click here for video 2. Click here to subscribe. Click it. Thank you for watching. Arigato. Thank you.